Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. Yes, it has been a hot minute since I have posted a video. I decided just to take a little bit extra long vacation to relax, come back fully charged and refreshed, and I'm ready to go. During that time, you can kind of see right in the background as well. We kind of changed things up here in my studio, so you'll be noticing a little bit of a change there. We're kind of right in the middle of doing it. What are we going to do today, though? Today, we are going to do a Valentine's Day wreath using 10-inch deco mesh, and we are going to use the pancake method, which, by the way, is turning out to be one of my favorite, or probably my all-time favorite, method of making wreaths, that beautiful pancake method. Why don't I just get started and I'll show you what I made. Today we are going to use a 14-inch wire wreath frame and some 10.5 by 10 yard deco mesh, some in red and some in this black and white. We're going to use various size ribbons and patterns in red, black, and white. And also we're going to be using some coordinating pipe cleaners and this really cute metal sign with a little XOXO there. And of course my regular crafting utensils to create this project. Here is all the material lists and where I purchased all of our items for today's wreath. To start off, we're going to take our wire frame and our coordinating pipe cleaners to create a working wreath frame. So what I'm going to do is right at the sections where the anchors are or where the crossbars are and the first two inside wires, I'm going to attach a pipe cleaner. So I'm just feeding that pipe cleaner through the first two inside wires and that anchor or crossbar, whatever you want to call it, twisting it around a couple of times, and then I'm going to lay it flat. Again, we're just going in with those two inside wires, wrapping that pipe cleaner around, and I'm just going to make sure it's nice and secure with a couple of twists. And when it's all done, we are going to have a total of 6 stems right on the inside. So that's 6 stems right on those inside wires. Now we're going to move to the 2 outside wires, and within one section, I'm going to place 2 pipe cleaner stems. So for the 2 outside wires, wrap that around with my red pipe cleaner, and then I'm going to take a black pipe cleaner and do that same method. So again, on the 2 outside wires per section, and each section is in between those 2 crossbars. So I'm alternating between red and black because I'm going to be using the red and the black deco mesh. So this will just tell me where I'm going to put each one of those colored deco meshes. I'm going to finish that all up, and when we're done, we're going to have 6 inside stems and 12 outside stems, totaling 18 stems in total. And here is our working wreath frame. For my cuts today, I'm using my cutting board and my rotary cutter. If you don't have that, you can totally use scissors and a ruler, and today's magic number is 30. Today we are cutting my deco mesh at 30 inches. Now how I got the 30 inches is 360 is a 10-yard roll with 12 stems, and that's going to give us 30 inches. So for example, if you have a full roll, which is 360, and you have 18 stems, it's going to be 20 inches. So today we're cutting at the 30-inch mark because we have 12 plus 6 additional ones, which is the black ones. And I'm just going to roll out my deco mesh, take my rotary cutter, and I'm going to cut the red, black, and white deco mesh at 30 inches, and then the black and white deco mesh at 30-inch increments as well. So I'm using a 10.5 by 10 by 10 yard extra large wide foil stripe mesh and 10-inch by 10 yard black and white mesh, cutting 12 pieces at 30 inches of the red, 6 pieces at 30 inches of the black, and you're going to use approximately 1.5 rolls of the 10-yard deco mesh for this project. And I'm also going to cut my ribbon at the same time, so I'm cutting today at 12 inches. Now I'm using scissors. You can use whatever method you want to cut your ribbon. I love using scissors and a rule to cut ribbon. It's just my thing. But I am using 2 1.5 rolls and 2 2.5 rolls of wired ribbon for that. I'm going to cut 9 pieces each. Once I have all those cuts done, I'm going to fold it in half and I'm going to create dovetails on each end of all of my ribbon just using my scissors, and I'm just going to go along and finish all of that up. Once that's all done, we're going to bring back our working wire frame. I'm going to be using the red deco mesh for the red stems, and for the black stems, I'm using that black and white. I'm going to lay down my deco mesh curl side down. I'm just going to use a little weight for this, and the manufactured edge or the finished edges are on the left and right hand side. The cut edge is right in front of us. We take our thumb and we just anchor it. Now, if you want, you can fold over the very end of your deco mesh to hide the fraying just a little bit, like I'm showing you right here. We're just going to lay it down, flatten it a bit. We're going to anchor those thumbs right in the center, and guess what? We're going to let those fingers do the walking. I'm just going to gather all that deco mesh just coming down the center of it. At the very end, we're going to flip that end over to fold it under, and we're going to create a little bow tie shape. Then we're going to come to our first red pipe cleaner stem on the outside, place the deco mesh right in there, twist it around about 3 or 4 times, and then we're going to take the ends of that deco mesh and we're going to overlap it about 3 or 4 inches on both sides. And then you can kind of see we have that pancake shape, and that's our first one. Now I'm going to go to the black stem and I'm going to use the black and white deco mesh. Now, like I said, you can fold it over if you want. I don't really fold it over. I'm okay with the ends showing. We're going to gather it all together, same method we did with the first one, creating that bow tie shape, opening up that pipe cleaner stem. I'm going to use the black one for the black deco mesh again. Then we're just going to twist it in place, grab the ends, and then we're going to overlap them about 3 to 4 inches on each end, and again that's going to create that beautiful pancake shape, and this black one is going to lay on top of our previous red bundle. So now we're just going to continuing on doing the same method, gathering it all together, creating that bow tie shape, placing it right in between our pipe cleaner stems, and then we're just going to secure it by twisting it around a couple of times. Once that's done, grab those ends, overlap them a little bit on each end, creating that beautiful pancake shape. And again, this one is going on top of our black one. And once it's all done, here's what it looks like with the first outside row all completed. We've got that black and white deco mesh with that red deco mesh. I'm loving this so far. Now we're going to take our ribbon that we previously cut. I'm going to use one 2.5 inch and one 1.5 inch per stem. So I'm just overlapping it a bit, folding it in half, finding that center, gathering it together, pinching it right there, and then I'm going to fold it over to create like a little V shape, or if you will, a fan shape. I'm going to fluff it up a little bit, and now that we've created a crease right in the center, we know where to place our ribbon inside of that pipe cleaner stem. So I'm going to grab my first pipe cleaner stem, place the middle of our ribbon right in there, and then we're going to twist it a couple of times, making sure it's nice and secure, cutting off the excess with our scissors, and then I'm just going to bend the little stub to the back. And then, of course, as always, we have to fluff our ribbons. And then I'm going to get my next one ready. So now I'm going to work on my black. I'm going to take my second bundle of ribbon, which is the red, and then of course a little black and white stripe. Do the same procedure, overlapping it, creating a little fan, and then we just place it right in between that pipe cleaner stem, twisting it around a couple of times, and then we're going to cut the excess off. And I'm going to do that for the entire outer row, just placing all of that ribbon in our available stems. And here it is, our first row is all done. Look at that. Loving it. Now we're going to move on to the inside. So for the inside on my wreath, I'm just using the red deco mesh. I just use the black and the red on the outside, and on the inside, we're just going to use the red. And we're going to follow the same method of procedure, gathering it together, creating that bow tie, placing it in the middle of those pipe cleaner stems, twisting it around, overlapping the ends a little bit. And once that's created, we're going to grab my scissors. Actually, no, we're not going to grab scissors. Sorry. We're going to move on to the next one. I'm 2 steps ahead of myself here. So now we're moving on to the next one. Again, just same method of procedure, and here how it looks when it's all done. We've got that deco mesh in the inside row, and of course now we're going to do the same thing with the ribbon we did on the outside row. So I'm just taking my ribbon, overlapping it a little bit, finding that center, gathering it together, pinching it, fluffing it up a bit, and then opening up that available stem, placing the ribbon right in there, twisting it a couple of times, and now we can grab my scissors and cut that excess off, fluff up our ribbon a little bit, and then I'm just going to move on to the next one until that entire inner row is complete and I've added all my ribbon on there. Here it is, it's all done. We are ready for our sign. We are ready for our bow, because you know we're going to have to make a bow today on Dave's Wreaths and Things. For our bow, I am cutting 28-inch strips of my ribbon. Now you'll notice the ribbon with the black polka dots on there. It's a little bit short. That's all I had left in my roll. It was a previous roll. So we're going to pretend that one is 28 inches, and I'm going to cut all the rest of my ribbon at that 28-inch mark. So here it all is for our ribbon cuts for our bow. We're going to do that 28 inches, and then we're going to cut 9 pieces in total. Once I've got all my cuts done, I'm just going to dovetail the ends, and I'm going to do that just by folding it in half, cutting on an angle, and then we've got dovetails on both ends of our ribbon. Now we're going to bring my ruler back and we're going to start assembling our bow. So this is called a funky bow. I love this bow. I don't do it very often, but today I wanted to do one. So I'm going to lay it down, my ribbon good side down, fold it in half, but I'm not going to press down on that folded section. I'm going to keep the loop open. If you fold it down, you're going to create a little crease, and I don't want the crease. Then I'm going to come over 5.5 inches and I'm going to gather it together just using my fingers and placing in between my 2 fingers on my left hand side. So I've got my tails and I've got my loop already. So I'm just placing it in between the hand that I'm going to hold it on, and then I'm going to take my next piece of ribbon, good side facing down, fold it in half, and then I'm just going to move it over to the end of my ruler with my finger, measuring out 5.5 inches, and then we're just going to gather that just like we did previously. We've created a loop at one end, a tail at the other end, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go opposite. So we're going to turn it around 180 degrees. So I have 2 loops at one end, or sorry, 1 loop at one end, 2 tails, and then the opposite on the other side as well. Now you'll notice that one of my ribbon is facing good side down. I want it to face good side up. So I'm just going to twist it right in the middle so I have all of the good sides facing up. We're going to grab our next available ribbon, measure out that 5.5 inches, and again, that loop and tail we want to do opposite of the previous ribbon. So now I have a loop, tails, and a loop, tails, a loop, and tails on the opposite side. And again, we want to make sure all of our ribbon has good side facing up. So we're just going to twist it around. Now I have large hands and I can fit a lot of ribbon in there, but for this I decided I'm just going to use my little easy bow maker. I'm going to put in a pipe cleaner first, then I'm just going to slide those existing ribbons that I've already created on there as well, and then I'm going to continue on doing the same method of procedure, making sure I do that loop, tail offset for each one. And I'm going to finish it off, adding all of my other ribbon. Once that's done, I'm just going to pull it off of my easy bow maker, twist that pipe cleaner around a little bit, make sure it's nice and secure in the center, wrap it around, twist it again. I don't want this to go anywhere or unravel. I'm just going to cut off the excess, push that stem down, and then I'm going to add another full-length pipe cleaner. This is just 12 inches. Wrap that around the center, and this is how we're going to attach our bow to our wreath. I'm going to add a whole bunch of hot glue right on the center there just to make sure it's nice and secure and it's not going to unravel. This is totally optional. You don't have to do that. I like doing it. And while that's all just off to the side, kind of drying off, I'm going to take my sign and then I'm just going to attach the sign onto the wire frame, twisting in the back a couple of times and then checking my positioning. Once the positioning is good, I'm going to come back. You can see here I lifted up, making sure it's good and positioned. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to cut the excess of those pipe cleaners off, grab my hot glue gun as well, and I'm going to put some hot glue down just to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. And then once that is all dry, we have our bow, and of course, you know what time it is. It is fluffing time. We're going to fluff up that bow all nice, big, and beautiful as we always do. And I'm just going to take a little time just to fluff it up because, well, this is my OCD, I guess. I just love fluffing bows. Here it is all ready for our wreath. And to attach it to our wreath, I'm just going to take that pipe cleaner stem we attached at the very last section that we did for the bow, feed it through to the back, wrap it around that wire frame, cut the excess off, and then our bow is nice and attached. And of course, I'm going to spend more time fluffing the bow, fluffing all of that ribbon on this beautiful wreath. Once that's all done, we are finished and complete for our Valentine's Day pancake wreath. I am in love with this. I'm in love with the ribbon combination. I'm in love with that red, black, and white deco mesh combined with that black and white deco mesh, and of course that big funky bow off to the left side that you're seeing right now. The sign is cute, it's simple. XOXO, hugs and kisses to you all. Here it is on my door, and I am just loving this, and I hope you love it too. That beautiful pancake Valentine's Day wreath. Thank you so much for watching and joining me today while I created this Valentine's Day wreath. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new project. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.